Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna learn some basics about Tibco Business Works, known as Tibco BW. Tibco BW is one of the most successful application integration tool in the industry today. Application integration, or EAI, is the sharing of process and data among different applications in an enterprise. Tibco BW on its own is rather simple application integration tool, but together with Tibco's integration suite of adapters, and it can talk natively to various processes, application within and outside an enterprise, also known as business to business integration. So it can be used for business to business integration as well, provided you have the right adapters installed along with the business work suite. Tibco BW can be compared to a right amalgamation of Java and XSLT transformation. So my aim would be to make you relate Tibco Business Works with some core Java stuff so that it's easy for you to understand in comparison to Java, or in the context of OOPS programming language, where does or how does business work stands, or how does it work really. It's a client based tool, so you don't need to connect to any server or something, you just need to install it. The basic requirement before installing Tibco Business Work is TRA, or Tibco Runtime Agent. Tibco Runtime Agent is like you can compare it to JRE, Java Runtime Agent. I'll show you where it is installed, how it looks like. It's a bedrock actually for business works to work. It actually provides a runtime environment for Tibco Business Works. So it has references to all the libraries, jars, and external components, or any external utilities that it uses, or environment variables that it uses, even RAMs or cache, as we call it. Everything is set up in Tibco TRA, so it's a pretty must for Tibco Business Works to work. And with TRA, I'll just show you TRA a bit. It's called TRA, and it's also so it contains all the SDKs, all the native library that it needs, and it provides basically the runtime environment, as I said before. When you install the Tibco Runtime Agent, it comes with a tool called Tibco Designer, which is a UI based tool used by business works for process designing, data transformation, and also for transport integration. Designer also comes with certain basic palettes like schema, general, new folder, and schema palette, so you can create schemas as well. What is a palette? I'll describe it in a short while. After you install BusinessWorks, you'll see more palettes. So these palettes which you see now, most of them come with BusinessWorks installation. What is exactly a palette? Palette is nothing but a set of methods, as in Java, imported to your project. So every time you call a palette, for example a JMS connection palette, it's nothing but you can compare it to a method in Java which serves a unique function, which has its own unique functionalities. A project which is this untitled, this can be compared to a Java package mainly. It is used to contain all the palettes, all the processes that you'll create, or in fact entire project, the entire integration process that you will create, everything is and all the related set of processes are part of a package, or what do you call it, project. This project is finally used to create EAR. EAR is in Tibco world what you have a jar in Java world. Every palette, as I said before, is encapsulates certain functionality useful to carry out certain activities. These palettes in Designer are very user friendly and easy to use. So most of these you can just see in how they look, and you'll probably will understand what are they used for. A process palette is a unique palette. So you have a special palette called process or process definition. This process palette is a unique palette. It can be compared to a main class in Java. It can contain other palettes. Based on the hierarchy of those palettes, you can include more palettes into this palette, or and these palettes then can be added easily and linked together. I'll probably add one palette here, JMSQ sender. Here you can easily drag them, and then you can link them together based on your project requirement, business requirement really, to complete the integration flow. Some palettes can be referred within other palettes as well. For example, this one. So you can refer the connection palette within a JMSQ sender. These palettes are linked based on the project requirement. You link them on how you want to use them. Most palettes have an input-output defined, or a placeholder defined, even an error schema defined. So, or a placeholder defined to insert these input-output variables. Some palettes, like JMS, as I said, are used to make connections or to the actual transport, which will then be used for your integration. You can also create schemas and XSLTs in Designer. You can create XSLTs and schemas in a Designer, like you can do in your, for example, XML Spy. And these are pretty good tools. I mean, the Tibco Designer or BusinessWorks itself is a pretty good tool to do that. It gives you a lot of options to create schemas, add properties and stuff. There's a lot more to it. So you can learn about the more features and functionalities and the uses of BusinessWorks and how it is used in actual integration world. Later you can visit our website, and if you like this video, this is just an informational video. If you like it, if you think you got some information about, got some idea about BusinessWorks, I'd rather say, then please do like it and share it with your friends. Thanks. Bye bye.